Hi guys, it's Tammy from Shrinking Violet DS, and today is Tuesday, May 29. And this is week 64 of my post-DS YouTube videos. I had traditional duodenal switch surgery on March 9 of 2017 with Dr. Antonio Esquerra at Mexicali Bariatric Clinic in Mexicali, Mexico. I started my pre-op diet on February 19th of 2017 at 260 pounds. I had my surgery on March 9 of 2017 at 248 pounds. And today I finally bit the bullet and hopped back on the scale with all this PMS weight on me, and I weighed 136. Last time I came to you guys, and actually had weighed, I think it was 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I weighed 130. So it just goes to show you that the PMS parade of carbs, not a good thing, but also a big part of that is water retention. And not only do I retain water from PMS, but also from the carbs as well. So I'll bet you it's probably 4 pounds water, 2 pounds fat. But I'm not worried, not bothered. I'm just gonna up my protein and be good, because every month, as soon as I start my period, it's like a switch is flipped. I no longer am ravenous all the time. I'm no longer thinking about what my next meal is while I'm still chewing the last bite of my previous meal. And I don't look at every carb as though I'm going to chase it down and shove it in my mouth, which is what I pretty much do. So that switch has flipped, and I'm going to be back on track and upping my protein shakes and all that good stuff. So next time I come to you, I'll be down. Might not be 130 again, but I'll be definitely not be 136. So yeah, PMS parade of carbs is over. Yay! Ended with a bang. I had company for the holiday weekend, and so some arrived on Friday. It was a couple and their 2 daughters, ages 10 and 16, and then they were here until Sunday. And as they were leaving, we then had 4 15-year-old boys entering to spend the night and have a pool party Sunday to Monday. So I not only was feeding myself, I was entertaining as well, and entertaining young people. So that was my excuse to hit the cookie aisle. And there's all kinds of fun Oreos out there right now. So I got, I think, 4 or 5 different kinds of Oreos. And then I got 2 packages of Mother's cookies, because I've always loved the taffy cookies and the English tea cookies. Well, those were a bomb, because they have changed the recipe on both of them, and they're not even worth it. I took a bite of one and I just went ugh, and threw it away. So I didn't eat many of those. However, big fan of the Oreo Mega Stuffs and of the Oreo Lemon. I like the mint too. The ones with Pop Rocks did not go over well with any adults or girls, but the boys liked those. So anyway, those are pretty much gone. There's a few lemon Oreos left and a lot of those Mother's cookies left. But I'm not feeling that compulsion. Like I said, the switch is flipped, so I'm not bothered. My concession was the milk that I bought was the Fairlife milk. So I cut my carbs on milk and I ate them in Oreos, because I'm a dunker. My Oreos have to get completely soggy, and then I'm happy. Anyway, so yeah, that was fun. Other than the Oreo spread, I actually planned our food really well. Friday night we had carnitas tacos. I have a great Mexican tienda down the road from us, and so got the Mission low carb tacos, got the Mission low carb flour tortillas, and then also got corn tortillas and carnitas and avocado and cheese and sour cream and a little bit of onion and tomato and cilantro. And that's what we had. I didn't do any rice. I didn't do any beans. We had fruit. And the fruit that we had was melon with lime and chili salt on it. So that wasn't that bad for us either, and I didn't eat a whole lot of that. Oh, and we had some pineapple as well. So yeah, Friday dinner was really compliant, aside from the cookies. Saturday morning breakfast was good. I just did eggs and bacon, and we did have some croissants from our local bakery. I had half a croissant, no big deal. Slathered it in butter, get that fat in. That was good. And then for lunch that day, what did I have? Oh, I had cottage cheese. So again, no biggie. And the reason I just had cottage cheese was because we were going out for a big dinner that night at a local steakhouse called El Gaucho, which is really good. And when we go, we generally do 4 courses and lots of wine and cocktails and stuff. And so we were doing that Saturday evening with everyone. And so I kept it light at lunch. So yeah, we went to El Gaucho and I started with escargot. Some of the others got steak tartare. There was an ahi tartare, and I think that was it. And so I had all 12 of my escargot, and I had probably 3 or 4 bites of steak tartare, and then we followed that with a Caesar salad, and then we followed that with our entree. And what I got was I split a flaming sword with one of the little girls, or with the little girl, and so it's filet mignon, and they stick it on a sword and set the whole thing on fire. She's 10. I knew she would love that. So that's what we did. So I had tenderloin for, or filet mignon for dinner, and dunked that in béarnaise sauce. So again, very good for a de-esser. First sides had Brussels sprouts, a little bit of corn, which is not the best, but it's not the worst. And what else? Oh, some mashed potatoes, but I had literally 1 bite of mashed potatoes, so no big deal there. And then I didn't get a dessert. I did have a bite of berry sorbet from someone else and a bite of chocolate cake from another person. My dessert, we had dessert wine, so that's what I had, and that was totally full of carbs because it was ice wine. And so it's just like drinking sugar syrup, basically. But it was really good. So really the worst thing for me at that entire meal was probably the garlic bread that I dunked in the leftover escargot garlic butter. And that was maybe 2 or 3 pieces that were maybe 1 inch by 2.5 inches. So not that bad. Really, that meal was really pretty good. The ice wine, and then I had a couple cocktails, and the cocktails did have some juice in them. So that was the sugary part of my meal. And then we were stuffed the next morning for breakfast, so I didn't eat breakfast. Lunch, I ordered in Jersey Mike's subs, and I always do the club sub, and I take off half of the bun, and so that was good. Could have been worse. And then for dinner that night, I did burgers. And instead of buns, I used those sandwich thins. I think they're Oro wheat. Sandwich thins. Big, huge chunk of meat. I think I did 3rd pound burgers. And then lots of cheese and avocado and mayonnaise. And so lots of protein, lots of fat, and very few carbs. And instead of doing fries or tater tots or something like that, I did spinach kale bites from Trader Joe's. Those were delicious. Really liked those. You know, it's not a French fry, but it could have been worse. And they were healthy for me. So all in all, a pretty good eating weekend. My switch flipped, so to speak, on Saturday. And so I think that's why the rest of the weekend we were pretty good. I had all those cookies on Friday. And then, yeah, I was not craving a bunch of crap for the rest of the weekend. What else? Ooh, I keep seeing, because it was Memorial Day weekend and people are off and sitting by the pool and going to the beach and stuff like that, I keep seeing weight loss surgery community friends who are completely done with their transformations and have had their plastics and are enjoying their new bodies and all their hard work and showing them off in bikinis and everything. And I'm so proud of all you guys and so impressed, and I have post-plastics envy in a good way. It's friendly envy. But I think the thing that I'm just so happy about for all of you who are at that point is that I know, even at the point that I'm at, it still takes a lot of guts to put yourself in body conscious clothing. And so to see you so comfortable, or at least comfortable enough to put yourselves in bikinis and swimsuits and go out and say, you know what, I worked hard, I look good, yeah, I have some scars, but nobody gets out of this life unscathed. And so I'm just really proud of all you guys, and I look forward to hopefully this time next year and I can do the same thing, because right now not so pretty in a swimsuit. Like I said last week, looking like E.T. It's not nice. And that kind of sucks, because in about, 40 days, we head to Europe. And we'll be at a spa for a few days, and then we'll be on a cruise for 2 weeks. And so lots of opportunities for swimsuits and shorts and sleeveless tops, and no, I just can't do it. Those arms, oh, they're so creepy. So creepy. And my knees sag, and I just, yeah. I will bring a suit, because I will definitely be going to the spa. I don't care about that, but I probably won't lay by the pool in a suit. I'll bring some shorts and stuff like that, but yeah, I'm definitely not bikini ready, that's for sure. But I am looking forward to the trip and looking forward to the cruise. We're gonna spend a couple nights in Bath, England, and then drive down to Southampton, hop on a ship, go through the Baltic, bit of Scandinavia, and then come back and spend a week in London. So it should be a lot of fun. Taking our 15-year-old and one of his good friends, another 15-year-old, so they'll have a blast. It's the other boy's first cruise, and ours has been cruising since he was 4 or 5, I can't remember. It's like the ideal trip to take your kids on, because everybody's entertained. It doesn't matter what the age group. Everybody's having a good time. There's opportunities to get together and have a good time. We play trivia as a group every day. We, eat at least one meal a day together, and then the kids have a great time with the other kids on the cruise, and there's like a teen club and stuff like that. And anyway, so it's a fun time. We're looking forward to it. We're doing I think I told you guys before, we're going to the FIFA World Cup semi-finals, third place finals. So semi, then third, and then the finals. So we're in the second to the last game in St. Petersburg, and so the boys are beside themselves about that. So that'll be really good. What else is on my list? Oh, I had to go get, because we're going to Russia and getting off of the ship, we're not going to spend the night on the ship. The ship docks and we'll stay in port, and most people will spend the night on the ship and get on and off and just use that as their hotel. But I like to stay in the city center. And so we're going to get off, and I've got a hotel in the city center for all of us. And because of that, we actually need Russian visas, separate Russian visas from what the ship has. And so you have to apply, and you have to send off passport photos and all of that in your passport. And my passport was issued, I think, in 2014. And I had my surgery in 2017. And I look nothing like my passport. Well, I look, you know, a little bit like my passport, but yeah, 130 pounds later, I think they might question a little bit. And I have to send in a current passport photo to the Russian consulate to get my visa. So my current passport photo and my current passport also don't look anything alike. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that they're okay with it, because they can be a little bit sticky at the Russian consulate about that kind of thing. So, but I mean, what do you do? I'm not going to get a brand new passport when I've still got, I think, 4 years or 5 years left. They're good for 10 years. I can't remember when I got it, but it's got a few years left on it, and I don't want to pay for a new one yet. So we'll see. This will be my first time having to use it, I think. Well, no, I used it a little bit last summer and last fall, but I hadn't lost as much weight, so it was obvious but not drastic. So it'll be the first time I've used it since it's been drastic weight loss. So if they give me a hard time, then I may consider just going ahead, biting the bullet, and getting a new one now. But if they don't, I'll wait. I'm cheaper than I am vain, I guess, because I don't want to lose that extra few years that I've already paid for. What else? I think that's it. I'm just out and about doing my usual Tuesday errands that you guys always accompany me on. I tend to listen to other people's YouTube videos and your Instagram stories and all of that while I'm driving around, so I appreciate you doing that. I've got some new followers, and so I hope you guys will also consider doing videos and Insta stories. I'm not so good at the Insta stories, but I try. Every so often I'm going to try and be better about it. I'll do another What I Eat Wednesday tomorrow. It will be interesting to see the difference between last week's What I Eat Wednesday and the PMS Parade of Carbs, and tomorrow's What I Eat Wednesday and the, oh my goodness, the PMS Parade of Carbs is over and now I have to be better. So you guys can see what I eat. It will still be probably a lot, considering that I've had a DS. So for a VSGer, it's still going to look like a lot of food, but it will be better for me food than last week, I think. I suspect. That's the plan. Anyway. All right, guys, I will talk to you later. Have a great week. Bye.